We're back here on the platform this evening speaking with Tureano Johnson. What a wonderful young man with a wonderful attitude about his sport and about the development of young people in our country. And this is extremely important. At what age should you begin training a young boxer?
From the very earliest and tender age of 7 years old.
Is that right?
Oh yes, indeed. You know, in fact, in any sport, it should be 7 years old. Yeah, and I have not gotten to the grips of the scientific reasons why the Chinese and the Cuban do it in that manner, but it's been working for them. There's no reason why we shouldn't do it.
I'm 7 years old.
Yes.
Yeah.
Interesting, before I came, I was watching on your television show. In Thailand, they got young kids at 7 years old fighting professionally in Thailand. Now, interesting that you brought that question up, but I just watched it on your television show, and some of the guys said it's not right and humane, but the promoters said they're training them at 7 years old. And they paying them money to do that. I don't know if it's going to happen in this part of the world, but they're training as young as 7 years old to fight in Thailand.
Your manager, promoters, these are important people, I'm sure. And who's been managing you through the years?
Well, currently right now I am managed by Mr. Victor Winstein and Tony Bentacott in Florida, and my promoter, and proud to say my very good promoter, Mr. Gary Shaw. He had given me the opportunity to fight home, which we thought would have never been possible. Let's say, per se, that the interest of boxing is not so great in the Bahamas, and he does not see it necessary to really garner any funds here. But Mr. Tommy Stubbs, my promoter Gary Shaw, said, Mr. Tommy Stubbs would like to promote a fight here in the Bahamas for Tureano. Why not? You can have Tureano and put him on the card. And I was more than delighted when my promoter Gary Shaw said, no problem, Mr. Tommy Stubbs can promote you in this fight coming up.
Okay, and your greatest fan is your mother, right?
Oh, my greatest fan, I cannot even say, but you know, there are so many. I come from a very big family.
Yes.
Yes, and indeed, to put it together, it is my family who is my biggest fan and my greatest support.
I think I attended one of your fights when you were amateur and heard your mother shouting out your name.
Well, if you hear anybody shouting out my name, indeed, that would be my mother, my sister, my aunt, my cousins. Somebody would be sharing it out, but yeah.
And now your wife.
And now my wife and my daughter, who is 7 years old, Tatiana Johnson, they are all big boxing and sport fans. Yes.
Very good, very good. Now, on Friday, when you go out to the gym, you are going to be thinking of not only this fight, but how this fight is going to place you in contention for a world bout. Isn't that right?
This is a very, very, very important fight for me. Indeed, I'm not just for the caliber of fighter that I'm fighting, who has 41 wins. I've only had 16 wins. That's more than half. You know, that's less than half of him.
Yes.
So I'm going up against a very dangerous and a potential opponent. But I also know my capabilities, and winning this fight and my next upcoming fight already scheduled for January 9th. And the next one, January 9th, will be in the United States.
What part of the United States?
We haven't confirmed that yet, but at the moment they are using California, which is the home base of my promoter at the moment. But come March, it will be right back here again in the Bahamas for the final showdown before a world title. And I must tell you, you don't know what's going on inside of me right now, because I don't know what's going on. I am really fired up. I'm more encouraged and determined to do what I have to do come Friday, January 9th. And when March comes around, the Bahamian public will again see me in action. And I thank Mr. Tommy Stubbs for making this possible at this moment for this fight right now.
So are you training in overtime, or is it just the regular training that you're doing?
Well, right now, I'm not thinking ahead of myself, but we do have 3 fights already scheduled. This fight, January 9th and March. Not ahead of myself, we're on a schedule where the climax will be March. You know, the climax will be March, but my training is going out the way it's supposed to go. I cannot give out any treats or any secrets. That is just between me and my coach, Kayla Johnson, and you guys will get the treat once you come out to the fight.
Well, I'm sure we wish to have a wonderful treat.
Oh, yes.
when we see you on Friday. And hopefully Bahamians can also go to the United States and watch you. Well, California is a long way off,
Yes,
though.
it is.
Well, we can plan for it. See,
Yes.
there's preparation. See, once we plan. But don't forget, how many knockouts you got? 11?
I have 11
See, so he
knockouts.
can knock you out, Brother Jones. So we're looking for. But not only that, last week he just had a fight now.
Yes, it did.
Did you hear him say that? He just had a fight in Dominican Republic, and there's some tough fighters down
Yes,
there.
indeed,
All those Latino boys, they live, eat, and smoke, fighting. Drink, fight, that's all they know. But he knocked him out. Now he got another a week later. This is going to be something good.
What was the ranking of the person you knocked out in the Dominican Republic?
That, I don't have the details on that. All I knew, promoter said, Tureano, you got to fight. I said, good for me. Let's go. Let's get it done. Let's get it over with. And I
Right.
went down, did my job, came back home, and said, you got another fight.
And you knocked him out in which round?
The first round.
In the first round?
So unfortunate that he had to get hurt like that, but it comes to the territory of boxing.
How many people have you knocked out very early? You said you had, what, 11 knockouts?
11
knockouts, yes.
How many people I hurt real bad? 11 guys.
11 guys.
11.
Well, if you knock him out there,
I'm sure that doesn't feel good.
it's over. You knock you out, you knocked out.
And be there that I was stopped. I was stopped, not knocked out, by a TKO, technical knockout. Technical meaning that it was a technical decision by the referee,
Right.
not necessarily a punch across the jaw that dropped me to the ground. No, it was a technical knockout.
Are you over anxious about this fight on Friday?
And you're trying to say if I'm a bit arrogant.
No.
I'm okay with that, and we have to clarify
yeah.
that. There is a big difference between arrogance and confidence. You know,
Yeah.
yes, there is a slim line, and I know just where I'm at.
Yeah.
I'm on the borderline.
You're on the borderline of being
I'm on the
arrogant, eh?
borderline, yes, I'm on the borderline.
You are very confident.
I am more
self-assured.
confident, and in being confident, it is someone who knows their capabilities, that the work I've already produced in the ring, in the gym, you know, on the streets and hitting the bag. I know what I can do. I know what I can produce in that ring at any time. And I can tell you, we are scheduled for 6 rounds. Don't come looking for a 6-round fight.
It's not going to happen.
I can't even promise you it will go past the 3rd round.
Is that right? And now that is what you call confidence.
That is the confidence.
Have you ever
that I
seen
have.
your opponent fight before?
This opponent, yes. In fact, most of my opponents, that is the job of a fighter. I'm not just a boxer. I'm a boxing fan. I'm a boxing fan, and I love the sport. The whole fight science is what I do. And yes, my opponent, he does have some skills that are very dangerous for me as an opponent in the ring. But I know how to offset them. Can't tell you all the secret again. You just have to come out to the fight and see it for yourself.
So you've studied your opponent,
Oh,
right?
indeed. I've studied him. Shoot, I probably know what he's eating at this moment.
Is your softball?
He tried to switch.
Okay.
I think I spilled a little bit of beans there.
Yeah.
But let's say he tried to switch sometimes, and he's not good at it.
What are you weighing now?
At this moment, I weigh 176 pounds. For the fight, I'll be 160 pounds.
You're going to lose that amount of weight in what amount of days?
It has been more drastic than that in past fights. So yes, the weight is not the issue. In fact, if anything, the weight is the only fight that I have. My opponent, on the other hand, is only until Friday that he knows that he will be kissing the canvas. But yes, but it's not difficult to lose the weight.
I hear you. Okay. Well, we wish you well, and we wish that you do become that world middleweight boxing champion, and we wish to celebrate you now, even at the stage of development that you are, having won 16 of 17. That is something to be quite proud of. That's a tremendous achievement. Thank you so very much for being here today.
It's a pleasure, and I just would like to give the Almighty God thanks. You know, it was through God that was able to get me this far, and no doubt I am a witness to the good work that God has given to me.
Thank you so very much. Thank you, Carlos.
It's my pleasure, sir.
Thank you for bringing
It's a pleasure.
Tureano here.
Fantastic
and,
young man, isn't he?
we need to once again thank Peter Nygard for
Absolutely
the
for that.
fantastic
Yeah.
work
Great guy. Yeah.
in making all of this happen. Eh?
That's the heart. I tell you, that heart is bigger than Shambu the well.
The heart. Yes,
That's
he's-
what Peter got.
Yes. Thank you so very much. Thank you for watching and listening to our program. Good evening, everyone.